Like I knew even if I wasn't getting paid for something, they were going to come back and ask for me because everybody else was, doing the I'm not available, or they would get on the phone. And so I think if you're making friends, when you're a service advisor, if you're making friends, you're building a customer base. Like, I always thought of it like that. And when you can do stuff for customers that's easy, like put wipers on or whatever, that stuff, it's time you can talk to them and build rapport. And you're building a connection.
Yeah, that's a great point, because if you sit by the front door, I think of that example. If you sit by the front door, there's so many people that are coming in. You become a secretary for the other advisors. Just like all the stuff.
I'm here to pick up my car. It's just that all day long.
That guy's always helpful, right? He's always the helpful one. And to your point, I think people are coming back to you because you were helpful when they were there for a part, or when they were doing something, they were there for something other than to buy something from you. Or whatever.
I've even seen them whether say, "Hey, my name's Cliff. If you need anything else, please let me know." Like they're putting it out there and letting business know.
Prospecting.
Yeah. What's that? Prospecting. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like the business cards were right on the thing, and people would just grab them too. Like,
and I think for those people that do that too, just know that there is going to be, to Hoagie's point, there is going to be a lot expected you in that position.
Yeah.
So you can't be upset whenever you're in that role or that position and you're like, man, people just come to my desk all day long. Like, I mean, that's kind of what you want. I mean, you want them coming to your desk, and people, as we say in the advisor training, you're always on stage, right? And so when you're sitting there and interacting with those customers in a positive way, people watch. Whether you think they do or not, people watch, and they see how you react to somebody, and they'll come up. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it where a customer will come up to an advisor and go, "Hey, so I saw you talking to that customer. So tell me about that." And they're like, "Oh," and then you start talking about it, right?
This is actually a good time. So just so those of you that know that are part of our program, whether you're in the coaching program or whether you have just the on-demand subscription, is that Coach Grant, every single month, he is our lead advisor trainer, and he runs an amazing class. He's had some people take that class 2, 3, and 4 times because every time they go in, they get something out of it. But every month we're doing virtual advisor training, and he's really got it dialed in to where it's good. So if you haven't signed up for his class yet, you absolutely should. And if you're thinking about getting on the coaching program, don't miss that extra added value with that. But he does a phenomenal job with advisors.
Thank you for knowing it's amazing. I appreciate that.
I've sat in on a couple of them.
It's good because that's one of the things I think we do that's really awesome, is that how many times we talk about it, advisors, and we say, they go into a place and they give them a tablet or a clipboard and be like, "There's a service drive, I wish you well." And I think you've even said it before, if you need anything, come see me.
But it's a lie.
And then when they come see you,
it's like Canadians saying sorry.
They come see you, go, "Hey, remember?"
It's the right thing to say, but they don't mean it.
Remember when you told me to come see you? Hey, I need help with something. You're like, "Oh yeah. I can't right now. Go see somebody else." Right?
Buried in paperwork. Yeah, you're gonna have to come back in just a little while.
Absolutely. Law of slight edge. So the next one is they're a control freak.
Oh, that's interesting. I like that.
That's one of the things that I've noticed with advisors is that are really high performing is they are a control freak.
Don't touch my customer.
Don't touch my customer. Don't check them out. Don't greet them. Don't hand my work out. Don't call them. Don't
look at them.
Yes. Almost like that. Don't you dare look at them when they walk in here. Yeah, it's a control freak. And I think in order to be a high-performing advisor, I think you have to have that. And I think sometimes I see advisors that are accused of being greedy. And sometimes I think greed is, with Gordon Gekko, greed is good. Like, I think being greedy in terms of, not the money aspect, but being greedy in terms of wanting it all from the customer and not just bits and pieces, that equals that high performance.
Well, if you think about the ones that don't perform well, they're handing the customer off, they're passing them
Correct.
through. And we talk about that and in other avenues, but they're handing it off, they're passing it. When that RO leaves the desk, you ask them where that car went or whatever. Oh, I don't know.
Well, also, the other side of that too is when you're an advisor, like, you are fielding the problems from the shortcuts of the other advisors, which creates more work for you. You also get their customers every once in a while, so their offer, whatever, you get their customer, you can look and see that they didn't do, like, they're not checking history, they're not making good, they're not, and so the last thing you want to do is have them, create any sort of confusion for the customer or cause you more work. Thanks so much for watching this clip of Service Driving Revolution. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.